Welcome to www.learnquickbooksfree.com.
Hello to all out there. Today I'm going to show you how to record a chargeback. Now let's pretend you are reconciling your monthly bank statements. Alright, so what I did in QuickBooks, I went under banking and I hit reconcile. And once I was in here, I selected the appropriate bank, which I chose merchant since that's where all the merchant money comes in and out from. And right here, I'm just making up some numbers. This is the first month we're reconciling. So, don't take this as the best example, but this is the idea right here. And I'm going to hit continue. And this is how we got to this screen. This is where you reconcile your bank statements. Now let's pretend that we're looking at our bank statement. And this charge over here for $195 was sent to a chargeback. Now the credit card company, the merchant company, decided to go ahead and take the $195 out of your bank account as a security deposit, which basically means over here on this side there should be something that basically says $195, because that is the expense, that's the money that was taken out from your company. Alright, well, how do we record that? Well, we don't want to go ahead and to this transaction and delete it, because that would not be the right way to do it. So what you do is a journal entry, and I will show you how to make that journal entry to have the $195 appear here. So the first step is I'm going to go under company and I'm going to go to make general journal entries. Alright, now that we're at this screen, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the date, and let's pretend that the money was withdrawn on 1/25. Then I'm going to go ahead and go to account, and I'm going to pick the first account, which was the bank, the merchant account that the money was pulled out from. And because the money was pulled out from, I'm going to go ahead and choose credit. Okay, so we're choosing credit on this one because the money was taken out from this account. And I'm going to go ahead and put $195. You can put whatever memo you want, memo. For name, you actually have to choose a customer job. And what I decided to go ahead and do was create a customer job called Chargebacks. So I'm going to put all my chargebacks on this customer job, and that way I can go ahead and supervise that a little bit closer. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to the next line, and now I got to put this against another account, and the account that I've created for this one is called Chargebacks Bank 1 Merchant. Okay, so this is under other current liability, and so this is going to be like a holding ground for this money, because we don't want to expense it yet into bad debt. We want to have it into a holding ground because we're going to be fighting the chargeback right now. Okay, so this is step one, is that you're putting it in a holding ground. And once you do that, you simply hit save and new. And let's go see how that looks like on the bank statement. Alright, and now we are back at the reconciling of the bank statement. And as you can see, the $195 charge appeared on the proper side. And so now in the bank statement, you're going to record that you got the $195 that came in and the $195 that they are holding. So that's really step number one. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple more scenarios to follow once this happens. Alright, now that we are here in the holding ground, one of two things are going to happen. Either number one, you're going to win the chargeback and you're going to get the money back. Or number two, you're going to lose the chargeback, at which point you're going to go ahead and expense the loss. Alright, so let's go ahead and do scenario number one, where you won the chargeback. Now, it's obviously going to take you more than a couple of days to win a chargeback, but just so I can show you all in the same statement, I'm going to make it on 1/28. Now, once again, this is just an example. Most likely this will carry into February, March, who knows. Chargebacks can take a while sometimes. But let's go ahead and say you won the case and the money was deposited back into your account on 1/28. Well, this is a pretty simple step. All you're doing is reversing the process that you did last time. But you're going to do it through a journal entry. You're not going to go ahead and delete the old journal entry, you're just making a new one. So there you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick that same account, Merchant 2. But this time I'm going to put debit the money, not credit. Last time we credited when we lost the money. Now since we're putting money back into the account, we're going to debit it for $195. I'm going to use the same customer name. Over here, I'm going to go ahead and go to that same account, which was Chargebacks. And I'm going to go ahead and credit that money back. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and hit Save and New. And now that I've hit Save and New, let's go see how it looks like on the reconciliation. And we are back at the reconciliation, and as you can see, now we have another $195 in the bank statement. And that's basically how we brought that back. It even tells you over here, type general journal. Okay, now let's go ahead and do scenario number 2. Let's say you lost the chargeback and you're not getting this $195 back. What do you do then? Well, first thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and delete this general journal entry that I did, as to pretend that we've never did it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do in scenario number 2. Alright, and for scenario number 2, we're going to go ahead and stick with the same date. For account, I am not going to pick the bank merchant account since money is not being put back in there. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the chargeback account. Okay. Now last time we went ahead and debited money into the chargeback account. Now money is going to go out of this pending, and I'm going to go ahead and credit the $195. Customer is still going to go ahead and be the same one, which is chargebacks. And now for the second account, what I'm going to do is I've created another account called bad debt. And this is where we're going to debit the money into a bad debt, because bad debt is an actual expense. Whereas chargeback, once again, was a current liability. So what we're doing is, this was the holding ground. We're moving it to the holding ground because we lost this money. We're never going to see this money. So now we want to go ahead and expense the loss. And you put that into an account called bad debt. And that's basically what you do. You hit Save and New, and that's it. It's done. You don't have anything else to do at this point. Everything's been recorded the right way. And that's basically one way on how you record chargebacks, money coming in from your bank and out, from holding ground to expense. And there you guys have it. And thank you for watching another one from LearnQuickBooksFree.com by Mega Niche University. Stay tuned for more video tutorials coming at you.